Welcome, my friends. This is Maniacal Incorporated, and you join me in the southwest of Ireland. We have our army based here at Imlach Ur. We have Argilla's army wandering around the place. I would be hoping that they're going to proceed northwards to deal with the Viking menace, but I have a feeling they're going to stop at Drumculliher. And here in Clonmacnoise, we have the High King Flanshina awaiting the construction. We're translating the High Cross into an Ord Cross. So we're just getting the Irish translations in. We have Aloc's army. Its navy is sailing up, I would imagine, to either hit Dublin or to try and deal, like I said, with the Viking menace that is pushing north. I would imagine that they're going next for Ord Sroha or Rathlurg, and then they're going to... I've no idea what they're going to do. I really have no idea what they're going to do. I'm just hoping that they cause some ructions and devilment and allow me to prep for an attack on the northern forces. So here in the north of the island, we can see that the Vikings have indeed taken Ord Sroha. Aloc has sailed past Dublin and is possibly, we could be heading for the Isle of Man, but I would imagine it's probably going to land around here, around Doonpatrick, and head to fight with the main force. Down here, we have a kind of an weird agitated scenario. Argilla has taken Drumculliher. It's pushing Tuavuans, the remainder of their forces, in this direction. I'm wondering where they're going to head for. Are they going to head for Lismore or something like that? Are they in a position to hit Lismore?
No way.
They're not. That's the only good thing. I have a feeling we're going to be chasing them down. And you know how I love chasing down broken armies. It is what I enjoy the most. We have completed the translation of the High Cross into Irish. And I'm going to begin to prep marching the High King's army towards Ciananis, I think. So we'll get them there, cross across into Kelmore, up for Dromahare. Then are we going to have to hit Dunanaul? We're going to have to hit Dunanaul if we want to make for the Grianon of Alach. And of course Dublin has, I presume Ord Sroha is part of that entire region as well. And there you go, that's pretty much the turnover. That is pretty much the turnover. We're just waiting a bit. We are a couple of turns out from at Clonmacnoise. The construction of this building, which is going to put us into food difficulty. So we're going to have to try... Possibly we're going to have to declare war shortly. Donnacha's army is going to cross across into Waterford, which I kept calling Wexford in the last episode. I have Wexford on the brain. I was reading and I've just finished The Year of Liberty, an account of the 1798 rebellion. This year is the 225th anniversary. So I picked up a book on it. So I had Wexford on the brain. And, yeah, there's tons of Viking sounds down here. Confusing me. Addling me. So, and Donnacha's addled enough as things are at the moment. So Donnacha's going to cross across and take this region once the battles begin and hopefully alleviate our food crisis. We have skills available. One of our governors. He could do with a bit of governance. We have an alliance offer. They're offering to pay us 300 quid. We're on the verge of, and it's not an alliance, it's a defensive pact. I'm not in a position to send troops over to you. I would severely doubt that you're in a position to send troops to me, but it might make your allies less likely, or your enemies, I should say, less likely to attack you. despises the English. Can we give him back his money? No, we can't. We'll accept.
You show great wisdom here.
Ulcavor has become lush. Well, fair play to him. I did see, and I've no idea where it's gone to now. We are beginning, look at this, we're beginning to see the march of Connacht's army. We're beginning to see it march down in this direction, and I imagine it is going for... I can't remember who declared war on. Did it declare war on Tuavuan? Which means that they're trying to basically take that territory and prevent Limerick from getting it. I've no idea what these guys are doing, unless they're heading to embark here and head northwards. We've seen no more changes here in the northern part of the island. And what we have seen is Tuavuan has crossed across and started raiding. This will put Tuavuan in a position where it can do a big heap of anarchy. Oh, it won't be able to. It won't be able to move beyond our forces. I don't imagine we can attack them. No. But they won't be in a position to run around us and hit Lismore or hit anywhere else. From what I can see here of the High King's army, they have all been upgraded. I think I did that the last time. So we will move them for Kells, and we will prep to invade. It's probably going to have to be done soon enough, because like I said, we are running out of time here before we hit a food crisis. Now, I can't confirm what has happened down here. I have no idea where Argilla's army has gone to. I also don't believe I have any idea of where Aloc's army has gone to. I do not see them anywhere. But I am very surprised to see that the Vikings have marched... I shouldn't be surprised, because it's not a settlement. The Vikings have marched on Dunanaul. And it has fallen to the Viking menace. That makes things interesting. That makes things very interesting. Alec is now pretty much just left with Rathlurg and the Green on Alec, and I forgot about all of this. I forgot about all of this in its entirety. We will have to deal with this first of all. We've just gotten trained fighters, so I should see. Look at them all, they're all trained and happy. Widespread knowledge of advanced training techniques for sword fighting and axe combat has forged soldiers of sufficient skill, sending out word of the need for these learned warriors. We'll ready them for the call to battle. Well, there you go. We can actually promote some of... Is this Fahid? It is. We can promote some of his Kern swordsmen to Raider swordsmen. Yeah, that's right. I haven't upgraded those guys from the last time round. So there's the trained fighters. Professional warriors, 5% upkeep and minus 30% recruitment. So that doesn't do much for me. However, the offensive warriors getting the Gol Oglig, that is something that I would like. Or we could go for the shield effectiveness. Wait, there are shields in this game? And the Fina swordsmen. And the mailed Fina. Sure, we'll go in this direction. So with that done, we will take Cú Cullen's hounds. And what are these guys doing?
Into battle. Move it now.
I was wondering, had they made defensive positions for themselves? So it's 221 to 1100. Do you know what? Go on. Auto-resolve. Have some fun. And we'll just go with balanced tactics. Oh boys, there was a bit of an owl. There was a bit of a kerfuffle. We lost 27. We will... Do we need to take on warriors? Or could we do with the money? 155. We have a chunk of money. We'll replenish.
My reputation is growing.
So there goes another King of Tuavuan. They have enough to be worrying about instead of raiding me at this point in time. Now, the only somewhat solid thing is that we don't need to worry about them anymore. Why? How had I Flan Shinna's army selected? How the hell did this happen? Well, there you go. Flan Shinna's trying to march all the ways down here. Okay.
War is what we do best.
Okay, sure. That's great. That's brilliant. Is this Fahd? He has 4 champions and 0... He's 2 command. This man is incompetent. There you go, have another champion. Right, well... Okay, cool, thanks, Flan Shinna, for...
Count on us.
Yeah, thanks, that's great, that's brilliant. These were promotions people got. Fahd got a gammy arm, so that is... that's going to be... I was planning on starting the war in the next turn, but now we can't because Flan Shinna got confused in the fog and turned and went in the wrong direction. I think that is it for the turn. We now see... there we go. There is Connacht about to take Cahir Comón, and actually that'll be the fall of Tuavuan. That's a bit of a pity. I was hoping that our allies in Limerick would take that first of all. The extra turn will let Argyll get further and further away from us. We will bring this turn to an end. So Fahd. What the hell does Fahd want? Make a show of strength. Public order. Do you know what? Yeah, public order. I'm not too sure where the public order is actually going to take effect. But yeah, show of strength. Sure. Alamgad feels safe. Well, I'm glad somebody does. I don't see any major changes here. Connacht has indeed taken Cahir Comón, so Tuavuan is gone. Now whether they'll... No, they wouldn't declare war on my allies. That would be foolish. We will take this army.
Warriors are unparalleled.
Doesn't have the movement to get into Imloch Ur, and we will get Flan Shinna, and we will turn him around in the direction he was supposed to be going.
Legendary.
I'd say at this stage we could nearly just start marching him straight for the border. And I might very well on the next turn just send him in. How are things at Clonmacnoise? We are putting together a good chunk of money now. We are putting together a good chunk of money. However, what we would want to start thinking about is diverting our attention towards the remaining upgrades. 5,100. We could just about do it, and it's going to take 10 turns. And it's going to be a hefty food production penalty. That's actually our major issue at the moment. So one way or another, I think I'm going to have to start increasing food production. We're actually also in a position over here. Do you know what? I might. So that's plus 50 food production, whereas this is focusing mostly on money. So yeah, we will convert this to the cattle herd. I am desperately watching the shores for any sign of a landing by the Enail. We see nothing at the moment. We will progress forward. So the grandstanding that we did on the last turn, more than we bargained for. Oh no! Major diplomatic penalty. Anything but that. I don't think the Enail just took this. I think this has always been in their hands. So indeed we're seeing a Viking army marching across to Caerleon. We haven't seen Argyll put ashore anywhere. They don't seem to be down in this direction. And we're one turn away from getting some technology. I don't know, are we in a position?
Every foe shall
We're not.
fall.
We'll have to march him to here.
Stay tight there.
Donica. Donica's gotten some skills. My god. Donica, you lunatic. We'll give you a quartermaster. Keep that movement speed up. He's 29. Still hasn't gotten himself a wife because nobody will marry him. His father had better just stay alive long enough so that we don't need to worry about this. Right. With Flanchin in position, we will end this turn and prepare to attack Kelmore on the next one. It was that mess up of like his army retreating, not retreating, but when I was trying to move Fahad's army, his army moving out. So we will bring this turn to an end. Oh yeah, forgot to move. Good man, Fahad. I suppose that's true. Success does bring greater power. Educated, you say? Yeah, sure, give her a blessing. Fair car has become objective. That's great. So, have we actually discovered something else? Using the shield. We might as well so then progress towards the Fianna swordsman. And it's now taking 2 turns, and I wonder, is that because of the 20% research rate that we've just gotten from that woman that the character married? So that's very impressive if we're getting stuff done now in 2 turns. If the King of Connacht had just allowed Donica to marry his daughter, this entire series of combats that we've had could have been averted, but no. Donica, deprived of a wife, has instead found solace in combat, and he will march from Kilviceda to seize. I was trying to think of somewhere that starts with a W. That isn't Wicklow, Wexford, or Waterford to call this place. We will declare war. Mel Patrick, how are you keeping? Here is Limerick. They could cause trouble by going in strange directions, but yeah, look, we'll have to call them in. We don't have much of a choice. We're going in against Argilla.
You've bitten off more than you can chew.
I don't think so. You have no forces on land. Neither you nor your... not your vassal, your overlord have any forces on land. We have caught you totally by surprise. We've had to wander around in a very strange direction. Diplomacy has failed. Diplomacy never had a chance. We will maintain the siege without engaging in battle.
Bring me their herds.
War has been declared. And Bar Connacht, the entire island, is now at war. Fahad, I don't think he'll be able to.
It'll be glorious.
He can begin raiding.
Raiding party.
So we're going to have him march on Drumcollogher, Ardfort, Inishfallen, all because we want to take... Do we really need all those places? Yes, yeah, it's all part of the one place. Okay. And Flanchina. We'll begin. It's going to be a lengthy march to Drumahair.
Fear us on it.
Now, the only major issue I've just realised is that, yeah, he's going to march on Drumahair, and basically that place could revolt behind him. And if it does, you're looking about the revolting army marching on Ardagh and Kells. Well, that could be a bit of a disaster. That could be a bit of a disaster. The Great March North begins with an attack southwards. Actually, nothing has really happened on this first turn. That was a rather unimpressive start. It's going to be interesting to see how Argilla and Alok respond. If the Vikings could take Carlin, that would be fantastic. Because, yeah, I must imagine that Alok is reaching this stage. I thought Flanchina was going to be leading the main attacks, the main spearhead, but it's down here, down in the southwest. That's where the last remaining forces of the north now reside, in the southwest. Will we bring this turn to an end? We're up to 35 food production. And we are one... Oh, what timing. What timing. We are one turn away from getting Saint Chiron's house elevated to the highest level. Oh, look. A butterfly. Isn't it glorious? So, fair car. We could focus his mind, or he could suffer -1 loyalty. Is now the time to be doing this, fair car? Or he could become acrimonious. It doesn't tell us what acrimonious does. Oh, it's going to be -1 loyalty for him anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. This man has 10 influence. The kingdom comes first. Right, what is going on? What exactly is going on? Construction has been completed. I've already selected this area. And there you go, we can't increase it anymore. The first of 5 buildings that we need to get to this level. From the heart of the island, this great cathedral distributes the lifeblood of faith to all. And by faith, I mean swords. We could look at getting the research rate up and a food production penalty. That would cause quite a lot of problems. Are we in a position to build another building? We are. That's what that means. We could stick in a round tower. I think it is absolutely essential at this stage that we build more grain pits. Actually, we could go to watermill. What will that do? No. 10% food production from farms, pastures, and orchards. 10% income from... That's mostly income by the looks of it. 30 food production. We might as well. It's only 450 quid. Can I get 2 buildings upgraded at once? Okay, we'll hold off on doing anything else in Mide for now. There is a lot of updates. Our siege is continuing on there. I suppose what we have to now start doing is looking at Hashel, which we need to upgrade twice. We don't have the money. That's just being built. That's getting close to being built. The garrison, -20 food production. I'll probably destroy that once we... I don't know what. Once we do what? To get that food back. We'll leave it for now. I think we're going to have to leave Flanchina where he is. And we're not going to be able to move this lad. Well, we will, but not very far. So I'll move him to here. And... Is he still raiding? Oh, he's still raiding. So could he keep moving? I won't risk it. But he's going to take Drumcallagher on the next turn. Flanchina, like I said, is, for the winter, pretty much going to have to stay where he is. I don't want him suffering attrition. And what's the other thing we have to do? For the Morrigan. Yeah, absolutely. You're not Christian at all. It's all a sham. It's all a sham. So I've just been kind of thinking about what's going to happen after this battle. Because we're literally just taking this region to allow Donica to head for Ras Alahar. But that means he's going to have to go through Cork first of all. And I don't want that region, so we're going to try and actually bypass it. So hopefully we're going to be able to bypass Cork and head straight for Ras Alahar with Dunica's army. So our forces come under archer fire for the first time. taken a chunk of losses. I think this is the first time I've ever had Kern Axbin in the forces. I think these are new. Have a good first day on the job, guys. So we're bringing a good chunk of the forces on here onto this kind of diversion. But they're not being met by very many people, so they might actually be the main attacking force, which is a good thing, because I actually have all the javeliners here as well. And have we reached the wall? On the verge of doing so. Aha, somebody has spotted the enemy. Excellent. So some of our forces are actually beginning to waver. We are going to have to try and bring Donica forward. And try and encourage the men with tales of a Barney. Now we are doing fairly good down here on the other flank. So I believe... So our men have rallied, and what a place to rally, under the oil pit. Excellent job, my men, excellent job. That's, oh, that's not who I wanted. I'm trying to catch these guys. Okay, they've broken again, so it doesn't make a difference. They rallied briefly. That's mostly what matters. These guys, I told them to charge in up here, and they have made it the long way down. They've decided they don't like this elevator, they want the other one. So I think we should be in a position to clear here at some stage and push through. I think that's where our most favourable advance is going to be. I haven't pulled that army back. I pulled the other one back. No one's for a Barney. Okay, we're beginning to see them being driven from the wall. A bit. So we're still dealing... These guys still haven't broken. Fair play to them. They're holding on well in that direction. We need to make sure these guys don't try and make it out the door or we're in trouble. So we've had fairly hefty losses by the looks of it. We do have some troops coming towards the general. I'm trying to... Are these my men? Oh, they are. Okay. Well, there you go. Okay. These guys have taken this region and can begin to march forward. So now that they've broken through here, I won't say there isn't a huge demand for them, but they did manage to divert some of the forces, at the very least. That's their job. That's why they're called a diversionary force. Praise God. No more Morrigan, no. Not praise the Morrigan. Oh, boys, they're setting fire to some of the houses. Oh yeah, we wouldn't appreciate these Viking houses at all. No, knock them all to the ground. So a few hefty losses, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see one of our units gone. I wish them good luck on their first day on the job. I did not wish them good enough luck by the looks of it. I think we've managed to actually hold on to all of them, somehow. See, if I liberate it, we're still going to have Kilvikeda, aren't we? Is that how this works? Like, will you get Kilvikeda as well? Which is what I would rather do. But then I can't give them Kilvikeda. Let's liberate.
Immediately.
And let somebody else deal with this.
None shall stand against us.
We're going to have to leave them there. I don't think there's a whole heap that we can do. I will actually move them back. I don't believe that they're going to start recruiting any forces, though. I think it's actually made things worse. Can I... I forgot that they can't go in that direction. And we now have low public order down here. Okay. Oh, God help us. He'll probably have to march for Cashel. Oh, we could see the loss of Lismornard more. That's the only problem about avoiding Cork, because as Alex's armies get hit, they're going to start retreating in that direction. It would have been fantastic if this war had started a turn earlier, as it was meant to. It would have been a bit fantastic, because we wouldn't be dealing with this scenario right now. Okay, I think we've done all we can do. Flann is hanging around where he's hanging around for the winter. That lad is Raiden. Donica has established some new Viking allies, who we might very well soon be using in a war against Dublin. We will bring this turn to an end. And now there's successful propaganda. We've seen some interesting developments. We've gotten armoured defenders. We might as well go for this one first of all. That would be mailed Fianna. We might as well go for that in 2 turns. What else did we see? The grain silo has been completed, so we're up to 50 food. And we have found Arguilla's 20-stack army. It is heading for Inishcarthig. It would be fantastic if they actually started fighting against them first of all.
We are eager for glory.
I think we're going to have this lad take Drumcolliher.
Into battle. All right.
And now all Arguilla holds is Armagh and Ross Allagher and Cahardonal. That's actually all it holds now. So we're up to a big chunk of food. These guys can be retrained to Fianna. Now we'll worry about that shortly. We'll give you some spear infantry. And we will give you... So these are the Fianna Warband now. We'll give you one of them. And we will give you a melee cavalry unit. That's going to knock us down by 30. And you can prep for the landing by Arguilla, if it manages to actually make landfall, because it's entirely possible to be... Oh no, it won't be wiped from the map before then. I think I have seen Alex's army land as well. I am not entirely sure. I have no idea where they are. Flann will leave. We will have him march on Drumahare. No idea what the fastest route is. It's down in this direction. I was thinking it'd be something like that. So that puts Kelmore at -5 now. This is a bit awkward. And Donica. Yeah. March on Cashel. So he's regrouping rapidly. But if an army was to appear out of Cork, it would cause massive problems. I would like to leave Alec with Cork. Do you know what? We'll have to take Cork and just make it independent. Take Cork first before taking Clune. So I think that is all of my forces moved, all of my major decisions made. We are putting money together. We will stay putting money together. Flanshina has become flashy. He's making a ton of money, and he's spending it on doodads, on raw maish. That's what he's spending it on. What are we into? We're into the summer. So here is Donica's army. It'll be able to make Lismore by the winter at the very least. So we will march him. We will march him past Cashel. Yes, we will.
Heading for glory.
No, you're heading for Cork. You're heading for Cork. here is... What the hell is that? Limerick? Where the hell's Arguilla's army gone to? That was Arguilla's army. Did they buy it? Is that possible? Can you do such a thing? Did they fight a naval battle? I'd swear that was Arguilla's army. Okay, well... Never mind.
War is what we do best.
We will have... It's going to be 2 turns before Flann can hit Drumahair. And we'll have to send him up and have him suffer some attrition. And I believe that's it. So if we go to Clan McNice, now we're 2 turns away from that. We were told that I built grain pits somewhere, and I wasn't listening. It probably wasn't here, but we will build a granary here. What's that going to give us? Plus 50 food production. And we can upgrade these guys to get plus 60 food production. That's going to be 8 turns. And what we can start looking at then is expanding the Rock of Cashel. Oh no! Clerican has died. Was he a general once upon a time? I can't remember. He's died of natural causes. Ruling at Acabo. The Welsh are rebelling. Oh, those Welsh. Right, what do we do at Acabo? What do we do? Do we have a governor that we can assign without causing a tremendous amount of trouble? So the advantage with Monya is that I can... Well, it's Maine, but I would presume you'd have the father to make it Monya. The advantage there is that I can pronounce his name. Somewhat. Actually, I'm not too sure which of the versions it's supposed to be. Oindkelch is a merchant. He's young, and he'll give us money. I've no idea what his loyalty is going to be like. Then again, look at that. Look at that. Legitimacy through the roof. We'll hire this lad. Where am I putting him? Do you want to appoint the selected character as governor of this province? Yes? Question mark? Okay, 3 loyalty. He's grand out. We had a heap of other generals that I could have appointed with our 30 prestige. With our 30... That's not prestige. With our 30... I don't know what that is.
Hospitality with fair words.
Okay, we'll see. Demand. Marriage. Look, come on. She's 20. Who are you keeping her for? Who are you keeping her for? God damn you to hell. Donica, my poor man, I don't know what to say to you. We'll send you to Lismore.
Hurry it up.
We'll send you to Lismore.
War is what we do best.
Who needs Connacht women when you can auto-generate a wife for yourself? 360 from the treasury. She's organised. Fair play to her. Nah. Donica's having no luck. Donica's having absolutely no luck whatsoever. We might as well continue pushing ahead with the military stuff. We could try and get estates. Do you know what? I'll actually go for this one. I'll take a bit of a break from the military and we'll go for that one. You're going to march on... No, you're not. You're not. No. No. You're going to march on Cork and liberate it in the next turn.
We will not fail you.
That's absolutely insane about Arguilla's army, unless I was totally mistaken. We will try and get you to march on Ardfirth. We'll have to take Ardfirth and we'll have to march south from there, and Flann will have to continue his slow, torturous progress towards Drumahair. So he's going to be sieging it through the winter. Brian Boru had to lift the first siege of Dublin as he arrived late in the year. So he laid siege to Dublin in late 1013. He actually had to lift that siege. And then came back in better weather in April of 1014. So we don't see anything happening up here. Rathlurg has fallen. Rathlurg has actually fallen to one of the other forces, the Goidel. So, and there appears to be a siege of Armagh. So Carlin is going to fall at some stage. Are we seeing anything? No. The Grianán of Alach stands alone. So, yeah, we have precipitated a mad scenario here in the north of the island by taking, or by allowing Dublin to grow. So yeah, we're going to have a huge Viking war. I thought the last major battles that we'd have would be against the northern forces. I'd say they're going to be wiped, and what we're going to be dealing with is the Vikings of Dublin. It started with the Vikings of Dublin. It'll end with the Vikings of Dublin. It was always the Vikings of Dublin. It's all the Vikings of Dublin. It always has been. Alach and Argilla's turns are going very quickly. Oinb Cealach has become the governor of Ossory. Oh yeah, that's right. Because his predecessor died. I was wondering, when did we take Ossory? A very long time ago. War declarations. Construction complete has declared war on Grain Pit. Oh wait, no, that's not what it's saying. We're going to Clan McNice. We could push that up a level. We have 3,000. We're going to have to hold on. We're going to have to hold on a turn. This is the beginnings of the problem. That's a 20-stack army. Where are you going with that 20-stack army? Are you going for Inishfallen? Are you going for Ras Alahar?
Our every foe shall fall.
Am I going to have to... Is this what I'm going to have to do? Am I going to have to make a lightning strike on Ras Alahar? Oh, that's not going to be a lightning strike. That's not going to be a lightning strike.
For the glory of the Gaels.
Oh, no.
For the glory of the Gaels.
Flanchina can finally march in against what is now, I think... Oh, it's not the capital of Alach. He has a... I won't say a substantial army. Look at this. Look at this, however. Oh, boys, these will be tough to crack. Had we want to put in a fourth one of these. Do you know what? We won't. We won't. We will maintain the siege.
Gaels forever.
That's the Baldur's Gate 3 fan club. They're all big fans of Gale of Waterdeep.
You can count on us.
Oh, can I? Can I really count on you? See, again, it's my allies that are causing most of the trouble. Like, I'm worried about them taking the places that I need. So I need Ras Alahar. Right. That's everything done for that turn. We're going to suffer a bit of attrition, I'd say. Right, a number of insane things have happened. I don't think they're all that insane. Where the hell have you been? The last time I saw this fleet, it was here, off the coast of Dublin, heading north. Have you done... Niall, have you just done a full lap of the entire country? Is that what you're telling me? You've just sailed around the entire island, just watching the Viking flames burning, going, nope, I'm having none of it. Or the vodka has fallen to these lads. That's not even the Vikings. We've gotten estates. So we can go back to military research. These guys are heading now for Ardfort. Seems though we have lifted that siege.
Our bravery
Well, lifted the march.
It's a battle.
Fahad is going to continue heading for Ras Alahar. I would imagine
Shall stand
that Moyle is trying to head for Cork.
to victory.
No, not to victory, to Cork.
Right. Kill them all.
That's more like it. Right. Flanchina stands outside Drumahair. If we take this, we basically have a contiguous northern border with the Vikings. We do indeed. We're going to have to knock through the Vikings if we want to get anywhere. It still does not look like there's a siege of Alach. There is a one stack, a one or two stack. There they are.
No way.
There's Moel Morda, the new king of Argulla. Because this is all that they're left with now is Cahardonal and Ras Alahar. So they have completely collapsed. Their armies split between the Vikings in the north and finishing off some groups down here in the southwest.
Fear us.
Yes. Fear us.
Bring in our heads.
We will manually fight the battle. I'm trying to figure out which one is manually fight. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. Might actually be... No, I don't think it would be worth trying to group everyone together. Manually fight the battle. That'd be just like that time we sent everyone across the bridge. We do have a numerical advantage, but it is the superiority of their forces that is worrying me a bit. We have a hefty diversionary force over here on this side. So we'll see what they can do. I've actually put a bit more room than I would usually put between the towers and the doors. So I'd usually try and bring the towers on just either side of the doors. They actually have most of their forces over here on this side. That's interesting. And like I said, we have a good chunk of lads. They're already burning houses down. There'll be no houses left standing on my watch. I could have almost done with having these guys go in earlier than these guys.
Take the hindmost.
No, these guys go in earlier than the other units. So if I'd held these back for a while. Get the other forces to the wall first of all. Oh well, those of you that survive can remind me the next time. And we have the High King and his entourage of horse boys sitting back, watching what's going on. So we're getting missiles in. Somebody shouted they were at the walls, and I don't think they are. You are being fired on, but you're not at the walls. They have a substantial amount of forces here. Now this is where, if we are to have victory, this is where it'll be secured, on this flank. So we're basically committing everyone. And they're not for breaking at the moment.
We are the Gales. Javelins, shifted up now.
Now I don't actually want the javeliners taking part in this. We're beginning to see this unit breaking. And like I said, we could actually head for the center of the village, or we could try and support the troops at the front. There we go.
Strike now. Sons of the Morrigan.
So our forces here at the front are taking a bit of a baiting, a good bit of a baiting. I think we have some men running. We have indeed. It's going to be hard to stop or save them. It's going to be hard to stop or save them unless they want to stop and or save themselves.
Spearmen!
I don't know, is this thing being destroyed by us or what? Are we taking this? I'm not too sure. So we are seeing a bit of a collapse of our forces on this side. Let's march them to the center. Where is Flan Shinnegan? He's charging forward. I'm trying to basically get him to drop a couple of rallies. One of the units is just broken. So marching through Drumahare, burning it as we go. Our main forces acting as a diversion at the front of the building. What is this? Metal. War requires resilience of spirit and the strength of character to see things through to an end. Target ground. Okay. Well, it's not going to help
Where's the fight?
some of the guys here. This wing is actually performing better than expected. But this wing is about to collapse. Hefty losses here, so it's a good thing that we're not going to be expected to try and march on. Now you'll go up there, will you? It's a good thing that we're not going to be expected to march on
Shift it up now. Javelins!
Alec
Devil, take the
or Dunanaul.
We're overrunning them!
But yeah, we have suffered hefty losses. So did not get these guys into the battle as quickly as I expected, or as I wanted. And it's the first time that I've actually had to push for the war goal instead of going through the forces at the front. I think we're just about whittling them down.
They're trying to get in!
We will end the battle as they try to get back in. They've locked themselves out, the fools, and they're trying to get back in. 578 losses. 192 kills by one of the spearmen units. 151 by one of the swordsmen. 198 by another one of the swordsmen. 0 by the javeliners. The javeliners had a great old day. But this unit, I'd say, is decimated. There's literally nobody there. Yeah, that is a hefty blow. We've lost a spearman and 2 sword units. Well, again, there's no point in liberating it. I actually forgot that Drumahare was its own place once upon a time. We will occupy. So before I forget, we will click on the army here. We will recruit a spearman. We will recruit an Arig war band. I would love to recruit them, but we don't actually have much need. I'd probably actually want to get rid of some of the horse boys and instead recruit soldiers to man the walls. We'll go with these foreign warriors. So that brings us up to 20. And I think we have some promotions, have we? We can retrain you as mailed Fina. We as might as well. He gets, basically dyes his mustache. That's what he does. We've some damaged buildings in Drumahare. Oh lord. We will fix the Great Hall. The Wrestling Arena, 37 XP per units per turn. Well, that's interesting. The Moot Hill increases public order. We'll assign a governor first of all, and we'll see what the scenario looks like. So Maine or Monia. Life is short, hard and full of pain. This man seizes each day with both hands, as it may well be his last. He's 29. Go on. Where's he going? Drumahare. Up into Breffni. Okay, Flanchin is going to be hanging around here for a while, so watch yourself, yeah? Because, like, if you want to act like that, then every day could very well be your last day. Tomorrow could be your last day. So we have this damaged grain silo. I didn't actually realize that. We will repair that. I will dismantle the moot hill. That's going to be a grand total of -1. So do you know what? Sure, we will dismantle it and we'll see if there's anything else we can build here. So Kelmore was a tremendous, tremendous source of pain and misery to me in the early game. And now, finally, it is united with Drumhair. Actually, the two of them have been split off from each other since very early on. One of the very early episodes of this series, when Argylla and Alec attacked Breffni independently and divided its territory between them. We have our son Donica waiting here to attack Cork. We have Fahad waiting to march down past him and head for Ras Alahar. And do you know what? By the time that all gets done, what's his name will actually be in a position to march on Ras Alahar, so it won't make an ounce of a difference. I'll bring this turn to an end, and we'll see what the start of the next turn looks like. I won't go through with the attack on Cork today. I believe I have everything that I need done. We will bring this spring of 898 to an end. It's your first day on the job. Treachery! Rumour has it that this man is plotting to assassinate a member of the family. There is little proof, but if you do not act, the consequences should be dire. We'll prepare. We'll prepare. He's gotten himself +1 influence. We will accept that. Well, we're not really accepting much, are we? So what is after happening? This army is heading, I'm convinced it's heading for Cork. The worst thing, and I didn't fully anticipate this is catastrophic. This nonsense is going to start occurring again, where Argylla is heading for Drumcallagher, and they'll take that from us, and we'll be chasing him around. I don't have enough range to send him there, so I will, probably at the start of the next turn, I will have Donica attack Cork, and then I will have Fahad bring his army down. We're besieging there. We have a grain silo built. We've demolished in Drumhair, so we can take a look at what the settlement looks like, and we're not actually in a position to build anything, so they must have somehow built more than... No, what's been demolished? Demolition complete. The Court Hill. Or does it just downgrade it by 1? Is that what you're saying? No, dismantle the whole thing. There's the granary. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait a turn for that. Right, so there we go. We've just hired a brand new governor. We've hired 2 of them. One of them is being useful. The other one is planning to kill somebody in the family. Donica is planning to march on Cork, liberate it, and hopefully whatever Viking power arises will march on Clune. He might have to deal with the remnants of Argylla's army, which has gone in an absolutely insane direction. We're still not seeing evidence that anybody has actually marched on the Grianon of Alach, and that could be difficult for a while until we actually mop up these regions, until somebody takes Ardfert, Inishfallen. But I'm basically trying to rush towards Ras Alahar, because as long as I can take that, then our path to a short victory remains open. Thank you for joining me on this episode, and I hope you will join me on the next one, because I am going to throw all of you at the walls of Cork.